Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever musical performed in full entirely by me, Lawrence Lobdell. Now, this is off a whim. No rehearsals have been done. Just this is pure. This is raw. This is untouched. So, and it's live. So, if I mess up, I mess up, and that's permanent. So, entirety of Hamilton, an American musical. So, for the next 2.5 hours, I hope I can entertain. Let us begin. Ooh, wait, hold on. All right, let's. Sorry, always a work in progress here. All right, crank that up. All right, here we go. How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter, and every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside he was longing for something to be a part of. A brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. That a hurricane came and devastation reigned. Our man saw his future dripping down the drain, put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done. But just you wait, just you wait. When he was 10, his father split full of it, debt ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead, sitting in the room sick, the sun thick. And Alex got better, but his mother went quick. Moved in with the cousin committed suicide, left him with nothing but ruined pride. Something new inside, a voice saying, Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. He started retreating and reading every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less his due. He would have been dead and destitute without his cent to restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford, scanning for every book he can get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now as he stands on the bow of a ship heading for a new land. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. In New York, just you wait. Alexander Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton, we are waiting in the wings for you, waiting in the wings. If you never back down, never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, Alexander. Will America sing for you? Will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote the game? The ship is in the harbor now, see if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his rep, America forgot him. And his rep, America forgot him. Me with him. Me, I died for him. Me, I trusted him. Me, I loved him. And me, I'm the darn fool that shot him. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. Commercial.
What happened exactly?
Sorry, there are ads on YouTube.
It looks like...
1776. New York City. Yeah, pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir? Well, that depends. Who's asking? Oh, sure. Sir, I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you. I'm getting nervous. Sir, I heard your name in Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course of study. When I got sort of out of sorts with a buddy of yours, I may have punched him. It's a blur, sir. He handles the financials. You punched the bursar. Yes, I wanted to do what you did. Graduate into, then join the revolution. He looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. So how'd you do it? How'd you graduate so fast? It was my parents' dying wish before they passed. You're an orphan. Of course, I'm an orphan. God, I wish there was a war that we could prove that we're worth more than anyone bargained for. Can I buy you a drink? That would be nice. While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less. What? Smile more. Huh. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. You can't be serious. You wanna get ahead. Yes. Fools who run their mouths off wind up dead. Yo, what time is it? Showtime! Like I said, showtime, yo! I'm John Lawrence in the place to be. 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Those red coats don't want it with me, so I'm a blah, chicka blah, these guys till I'm free. Oui, mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette, the Lancelot of the revolutionary set. I came from afar just to say bonsoir to the king. Casse-toi, who's the best? C'est moi. Bra. I am Hercules Mulligan, up and in loving. And yes, I heard your mother say, come again, like off your daughters and horses. Of course, it's hard to have intercourse, though, for 4 cents, corset. Wow, no more sex, pour me another bruise, son. Let's raise a couple more to the revolution. Well, if it ain't the prodigy of Princeton College, Aaron Burr, give us a verse, drop some knowledge. Good luck with that, you're taking a stand. You spit, I'ma sit, we'll see where we land. Well, the revolution's imminent. What do you stall for? If you stand for nothing, Burr, what'll you fall for? Who are you? Who is this kid? What's he gonna do? I am not throwing away my shots. I am not throwing away my shots. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but that got me astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard. With every word I drop knowledge, I'm a diamond in the rough, a shining piece of coal trying to reach my goal. My power of speech is unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets getting colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk the streets famished. Plan is to fan this spark into a flame, but damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the ALEXANDER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps dissing on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. Then King George turns around and runs a spending spree. He ain't ever gonna set his descendants free, so there will be a revolution in this century. Enter me, he says in parentheses. Now don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot. I dream of life without the monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. How you say? Anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my shot. Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice, and I got y'all knuckleheads a local parentis. I'm joining the rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, I'm gonna take a shot. But no, we'll never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I do or die. Wait till I sally and I'm a stallion. And we're the first black battalion. Have another shot. Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot. Bird, check what we got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a block blacker than the kettle comb in the pot. What are the odds that gods will put us all in one spot? Pop in a squad of conventionalism like it or not. Bunch of revolutionary ammunition abolitionists. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. No, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited. Shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before, but I promise that I'll make you all proud. Let's get this guy in front of a crowd. I am not throwing away my shots. I am not throwing away my shots. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my. Yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Everybody sing, whoa, 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 yeah, come on, let's go, whoa, 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 to let you go, come on. Come on, let's go. Rise up, but when you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. One of these colonies gonna whoa, 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 whoa. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we live in fast and we laugh, reach for a flask. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty, scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement. Where are the hungriest brothers with something to prove when foes oppose us and we take an honest stand? We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, let it guarantee a freedom for our descendants. Or will the blood be shed, begin an endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants? I know the action in the street is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting I've been reading and writing, we need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm past waiting, blaze the proud of sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow, and I am not throwing away my shots. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We gonna rise up, it's time to take a shot. We gonna rise up, it's time to take a shot. We gonna rise up, it's time to take a shot. Rise up, rise, it's time to take a shot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time, take the shot, shot. Hey yo, it's time to take a shot, time to take a shot. And I am not throwing away my shot. We may not live to see our glory, but I will gladly join the fight. And when our children tell their story, they'll tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round tonight. Let's have another round tonight. Let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight. Let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight. Let's tell the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight. Raise a glass to freedom. They'll tell the story of tonight. Raise a glass to freedom. They'll tell the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight. Oh, it's another ad. Sorry. There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch all the guys at work, Angelica, work, Eliza, and Peggy. The Schuyler sisters, Angelica, Peggy, Eliza, work. Daddy said to be home by sundown, but Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go, but look around, and revolution's happening in New York. Angelica, work. It's bad enough Daddy wants to go to war. People shouting in the square. It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shores. No ideas in the air. Look around, Angelica, remind me what we're looking for. She's looking for me, Eliza. I'm looking for a mind to work. I'm looking for a mind to work. I'm looking for a mind to work. Wow, work. Ooh, there's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush meets someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money while you're slumping in the city in your fancy heels. You're searching for an urchin who can give you ideals. Burr, you disgust me. You disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me. I've been reading Time and Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm obsessed or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that I'm not created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan. We just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm obsessed or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We all these truths to be self-evident, that I'm not created equal. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. Work, Angelica, work, Eliza, and Peggy, the Schuyler sisters. We're looking for a mind to work. We're looking for a mind to work. We're looking for a mind to work. Whoa. It's just weird without applause, you know. Hear ye! My name is Samuel Sieber, and I present free thoughts on the proceedings of the Continental Congress. Heed not the rebels, scream revolution. They have not your interest at heart. Oh my God, tear this feud apart. Chaos and bloodshed are not the solution. Don't let them lead you astray. This Congress does not speak for me. Let them be. They're playing a dangerous game. I pray the King shows you his mercy. For shame. Yeah, he'd have you all unraveled at the sound of screams, but the revolution is coming. The have-nots are gonna win this. It's hard to listen to you with a straight face. Chaos and bloodshed already haunt us. Honestly, you shouldn't even talk. And what about Boston? Look at the cost and all that we've lost. And you talk about Congress does not speak for. My dog speaks more eloquently. They're playing a danger, but strangely your mange is to say the King shows you his mercy. See in Jersey, for shame to the revolution, for shame to the revolution. And if you repeat yourself again, I'm gonna scream. Honestly, look at me, please don't read. Note your interest, don't modulate the key, then not debate with me. Why should a tiny island across the sea regulate the price of tea? Alexander, please. Burr, I'd rather be divisive than indecisive. Truth and nicety. Silence! A message from the King. A message from the King. A message from the King. say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea that you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? I thought that we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember that you loved me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armored battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. No, don't change the subject, because you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal subject. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war. For your love and for your praise. And I love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away this thing we had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Everybody. Da 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 da. My voice should go this early, guys. I don't know if I can do this. Another commercial break. Ah, jeez, I need water. General House got troops on the water. Got troops on the water. 32,000 troops in New York. 32,000 troops in New York. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. When they surrounded troops, when they surrounded troops. As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor. I knew it was the only way to rise up. When they tell my story, I am either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up. I will fight for this land, but there's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up. Understand, it's the only way to rise up, rise up. Here comes the general, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the general, the moment you've been waiting for. Here comes the general, the prize of Mount Vernon. Here, George Washington, we are outgunned. What outmanned? What? Outnumbered, outplanned, blah, blah, blah. Yo, we gotta make an all-out stand. Hey, yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man. Check it. Can I be real a second? For just a millisecond. Let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of the modern major general, a venerated Virginian veteran whose men are all lining up to put me on a pedestal, writing letters to relatives, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room. The truth is in your face when you hear the British cannons go boom. Any hope of success is fleeting. How can I keep leading when the people I'm leading keep retreating? We put a stop to the bleeding as the British take Brooklyn. Night takes Rook, but look, we are outgunned. What? Outmanned. What? Outnumbered, outplanned. Yo, we gotta make an all-out stand. Hey, yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man. In cover! The battering down the battery, check the damages, blah. We gotta stop them and rob them of their advantages, blah. Let's take a stand with the stamina God is granted as Hamilton on advantage ship, yo. Let's steal the cannons, boom goes the cannons, watch the blood and the spray, and boom goes the cannons. We're abandoning Kips Bay, and boom, just on another ship, and boom, just on southern tipping. We gotta run to Harlem quick, we can't afford another slip. Guns and horses, giddy up. I decide to divvy up my forces to skittish as the British cut the city up. This close to giving up, facing mass scrutiny, I scream in the face of this mass mutiny. Are these the men with which I am to defend America? Then we ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I'm in dire need of assistance. Your Excellency, sir. Who are you? Aaron Burr, sir. Permission to state my case as you were. Sir, I was the captain at the General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec. And well, in summary, I think that I could be of some assistance. I admire how you keep firing to the British from a distance. I have some questions, a couple of suggestions. How to fight instead of fleeing yet west. Yes, well, Your Excellency, you wanted to see me. Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr? Yes, sir. We keep meeting. As I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out. Burr, sir, close the door on your way out. Have I done something wrong, sir? On the contrary, I called you here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh, sir. Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff? Sir, don't get me wrong. You're a young man with great renown. I know you stole British cannons when we were still downtown. Nathaniel Greene and Henry Knox wanted to hire you to be their secretary. I don't think so. Now, why are you upset? I'm not. It's all right. You want to fight. You've got a hunger. It's just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr. Yes, dying is easy, young man. Living is harder. Why are you telling me this? I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So, I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. I am not throwing away my shot, son. We are outgunned, outmanned. You need all the help you can get. I have some friends. Lawrence Milligan, Marquis de Lafayette. Okay, what else? Outnumbered, outplanned. We need some spies on the inside. Some kingsmen who let some things slide. Alright, to Congress and tell them we need supplies. I'll rally the guys, master the element of surprise. I'll rise above my station, organize your information till we arise to the occasion of our new nation. Sorry, the general, rise up. What? Here comes the general, rise up. What? Here comes the general, rise up. What? Here comes the general, and his right hand man. Boom. Does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon? Watch this obnoxious, arrogant, loud-mouthed baller be seated at the right hand of the father. Washington hires Hamilton right on sight, but Hamilton still wants to fight, not right. Now Hamilton's skill with the quill is undeniable, but what do we have in common? We're reliable with the ladies. There are so many to deflower. Ladies, looks proximity to power. Ladies, they're delighted and distracted. And Martha Washington named her feral tomcat after him. That's true. 1780, a winter's ball, and the Schuyler sisters are the envy of all. Yo, if you could marry a sister, you're rich, sir. Is it a question of if, Burr, or which one? Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, I do. Ooh, I do. Hey, boy, you got me helpless. Oh, look into your eyes in the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. You know, I'm down for the count and I'm drowning in them. I have never been the type to try and grab the spotlight. We were at a revelry, some rebels on a hot night, laughing at my sister as she's dazzling the room. And you walked in and my heart went boom, trying to catch your eye from the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing in the band's top volume, right to the rhythm as we whine and dine. Grab my sister and whisper, yo, this one's mine. Ooh, my sister made her way across the room to you, and I get nervous thinking what you gonna do. She grabbed you by the arm, thinking we're through, and you look back at me and suddenly I'm helpless. Oh, look at those eyes, that's the limit, I'm helpless. You know I'm down for the count and I'm drowning and I'm helpless. I am so into you, I am so into you, helpless. You know I'm down for the count and I'm drowning. Where are you taking me? I'm about to change your life forever. Well, by all means, lead the way. Angelica Schuyler, my sister. It takes fighting a war for us to meet. It will have been worth it. I'll leave you to it. 1 week later, I'm writing a letter nightly. Now my life is better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister cause she wants to form a harem. I'm just saying, if you really loved me, you would share them. 2 weeks later in the living room stressing, my father's stone faced while you're asking for his blessing. I'm dying inside as we whine and die, and I'm trying not to cry cause there's something that your mind can't do. My father makes his way across the room to you, and I get nervous thinking, what's he gonna do? He grabs you by the arm, I'm thinking we're through, and you're back to me, and suddenly I'm helpless. Oh, look at those eyes, believe it, I'm helpless. Oh, I'm down for the count, and I'm drowning, I'm helpless. He's mine, that boy is mine. That's the limit, I'm helpless. I'm helpless, I'm down for the count and I'm drowning in them. Eliza, I ain't got $1 to my name, an acre of land, a troop to command, $1 of fame. All I have's my honor, a tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits and my top-notch brain. Insane, your family brings out a different side of me. Peggy confides in me, Angelica tried to take a bite of me. No stress, my love for you is never in doubt. We'll get a little place in Holloman, we'll figure it out. I've been living without a family since I was a child. My father left, my mother died. I grew up buck wild, but I'll never forget my mother's face that was real. As long as I'm alive, I swear to God you'll never feel so. I do, Eliza. I do, never felt so down for the counting, down for the counting. Now my life has been fine cause Eliza's in it. I look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm down for the counting, drowning in them. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. Helpless. I need water. Like bad. Anyone got water? Another ad? Cool. I need water like right now. No one has water. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Now, give it up for the maid of honor, Angelica Schuyler. A toast to the groom, ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride. I'm your sister, Angelica, 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 who is always by your side, by your side. To your union, to the union, to the revolution, and the hopes that you provide, they'll provide. May you always, always be satisfied. Rewind, rewind, helpless, satisfied, helpless now. I remember that night, it just made me wild. I remember that night, it just made me wild. I remember that night, I remember that. I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember them soldier boys tripping over themselves to win our praise. I remember that dream like candle lit like a dream that you couldn't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same, intelligent eyes in a hunger pain frame. And when you said hi, got my dang name, set my heart aflame, every part of flame. This is not a game. You strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself, you're like me. I'm never satisfied. Is that right? Yeah, I've never been satisfied. And my name is Angelica Schuyler Alexander Hamilton. Where's your family from? Unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done. But just you wait, just you wait. So this is what it feels like to match weights with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom, seeing the light. It's Ben Franklin with a key and a kite. You see it right, the conversation lasted 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said in total in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, a bit of a dance. It's a bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I would give it a chance. I asked him about his family, did you see his hands? His hands started fidgeting, he looked his stance. He's penniless, he's flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome boy, does he know it? Peach fuzz, but he can't even grow it. I want to take far away from this place, that I turn to see my sister's face, and she is helpless. And I know she is helpless, and her eyes are just helpless. And I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time. Where are you taking me? I'm about to change your life, and by all means, lead the way. Number 1, I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich. My father has no son, so I'm the one who has to social climb for one. From the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City is and the city is. And Alexander is penniless. Oh, that doesn't mean I want him any less. I'm about to change your life forever, then by all means, lead the way. Number 2, I'm enough to me because I'm a Schuyler sister that elevates the saddest side. Have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza. Now that's his bride. Nice going, Angelica. He was right. He will never be satisfied. I'm glad it makes fighting us for war to us me. It will have been worth it. I'll leave you to it. Number 3, I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. He'd be mine. She would say I'm fine, she'd be lying. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes as I romanticize what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life. To the groom, 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 to the bride, to the bride, to the bride, and bride. Sister Angelica, 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 who is always by your side, to the union, to the union, to the revolution, in the hopes that you provide, will provide. May you always, always be satisfied. She'll be happy as his bride, and I know she'll never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied. It's getting hot in here. I may not live to see our glory, but I've seen wonders great and small. I've seen wonders great and small. Cause if the Tomcat can get married, if Alexander can get married, there's hope for our butts. After all, raise a glass to freedom. Something you will never see again, no matter what she tells you. Let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to the four of us, to the newly not poor of us. We'll tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round. Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir, I didn't think that you would make it, to be sure. I say to Kim, say congratulations for the verse, Burr. I see the whole gang is here. You are the worst, Burr. Ignore them. Congrats to you, Lieutenant Colonel. I wish I had your command instead of manning George's journal. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Now be sensible. From what I hear, you've made yourself indispensable. Well, now I've heard you got his medal someone on the side, bro. Is that so? What are you trying to hide, bro? I should go. No, these guys should go. What? Leave us alone, man. It's alright, Burr. I wish you brought this girl with you tonight, Burr. You're very kind, but I'm afraid it's unlawful, sir. What do you mean she's married? I see she's married to a British officer. Oh, shit. Congrats again, Alexander. Smile more. I'll see you on the other side of the war. I will never understand you. If you love this woman, go get her. What are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side of the war. I'll see you on the other side of the war. Alexander exits, but Burr remains. Theodosia writes me a letter every day. I'm keeping the bed warm while my husband is away. He's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line. Well, he can keep on in Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive and everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and brimstone preacher. The friends of the Hamleys and hymns won't teach ya. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it, wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can't control. I am irremediable, I am original. I am not falling behind or running late. I am not standing still, I am binding fate. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has something to prove, he has nothing to lose. Hamilton's pace is relentless, he wastes no time. What is like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He exhibits only strength. He takes and he takes and he takes, and he keeps living anyway. He changes the game, he plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to thrive, and so you survive, then goddammit, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. We rise and we fall, and if there's a reason I'm still alive and so many have tried, then I'm willing to wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Another YouTube red ad. Stay alive. Stay alive. I have never seen the general so despondent, so I've taken over writing all his correspondence. I have written Congress and received dishonest responses. I am beyond comprehension of the nonsense. They say saddle up, attack the British forces. I shoot back, we have resorted to eating our horses. Congress, right, attack the British forces. Run, outfight. Don't engage, strike by night. Remain relentless to their truth, take flight. Make it impossible to justify the cost of the fight. Outrun, outrun, outlast, outlast. Hit 'em quick, get out fast. Stay alive until this horror show's past. We're gonna fly a lot of flags, half-mast, raise a glass. I go back to New York in my apprenticeship. I ask for French aid, I pray that France is sent a ship. I stay at work with Hamilton, we write essays against slavery. And every day's a test of our camaraderie and bravery. We cut supply lines, we steal contraband. We pick and choose our battles and places to take a stand. And every day, sir entrusts me with command. And every day, no, he dismisses me out of hand. Instead of me, he promotes Charles Lee, makes him second in command. I'm a General Lee! Yeah, he's not the choice I would have gone with. He crapped the bed at the Battle of Monmouth. Everyone attack, retreat, attack, retreat. What are you doing, Lee? Get back on your feet, but there's so many of them. I'm sorry, is this not your speed? Hamilton, ready, sir. Have Lafayette take the lead. Yes, sir, 1,000 soldiers die in 100-degree heat as we snatch a stalemate from the jaws of defeat. Charles Lee is left behind without a pot to piss in. He started saying this to anybody who would listen. Washington cannot be left alone to his divisives, indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing he could do for the revolution is turn and go back to playing tobacco in Mount Vernon. Don't do a thing, history will prove him wrong. But sir, we have a war to fight, let's move along. Strong words from Lee, someone ought to hold him to it. I can't disobey direct orders. Then I'll do it. Hamilton, you're the closest friend I got. Lawrence, do not throw away your shot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 dual commandments. 10 dual commandments. Number 1. Demand satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action. Have it first, grab a friend, that's your second. Your lieutenant, when there's reckoning to be reckoned. Number 3, have your seconds meet face to face. Negotiate a peace or negotiate a time and place. This is commonplace, especially between recruits. Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4, if they don't reach a peace, that's alright. It's time to get some pistols and a doctor on site. You pay him in advance, you treat him with civility. You have him turned around so he can have deniability. 5, rule before the sun is in the sky. Pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Number 6, leave a note for your next of kin. Tell them where you been. Pray to hell or heaven, let's get in. 7, confess your sins, ready for the moment of adrenaline. When you finally face your opponent. Number 8, your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. Alexander, Aaron Burr, sir, can we agree that duels are dumb and immature? Sure, but your man has to answer for his words, Burr. With his life, we both know that's absurd, sir. Hang on, how many men died because Lee was inexperienced and ruinous? Okay, so we're doing this. Number 9, look him in the eye, aim no higher, summon all the courage you require, then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10 blazes fire. Lee, do you yield? Shot him in the side. Yes, he yields. I'm satisfied. Gotta clear the field. Yo, we won. Here comes the general. This should be fun. What is the meaning of this? Mr. Burr, get a medic for the general. Yes, sir. Lee, you will never agree with me, but believe me, these young men don't speak for me. Thank you for your service. Let's ride. Hamilton, sir, meet me inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Son, don't call me son. This war is hard enough without infighting. Lee called you out. We called his bluff. You solved nothing. You aggravate our allies to the south. You're absolutely right. John should have shot him in the mouth. That would have shut him up. Son, I'm not your son. Watch your tone. I am not a maiden in need of defend. Charles Lee, Thomas Conway. These men take your name and they rake it through the muck. My name's been through a lot. I can take it. Well, I don't have your name. I don't have your title. I don't have your land. But if you gave me the command of a battalion, a group of men to lead, I could fly above my station after the war, or you could die. We need you alive. I am more than willing to die. Your wife needs you alive. Your son needs you alive. Call me son one more time. Go home, Alexander. That's an order from your commander. Sir, go home. Another YouTube red ad. Oh my gosh, my voice is going already. We're not even through Act 1. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look around. How long have you known? A month or so, Liza, you should have told me. I wrote to the general a month ago. No, I begged him to send you home. You should have told me. I'm not sorry. I knew you fight until the war was. War's not done, but you deserve a chance to meet your son. Look around, look around. Relish being a poor man's wife, unable to provide for your life. I'll relish being your wife. Look around, look around. Look at where we are. Look at where we started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive and that will be enough. If this child could share a fraction of your mind, if I could give you peace of mind, look out world, that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you're facing, the world you keep erasing and creating in your mind. But I'm not afraid. I know who I married, so long as you come home at the end of the day, that would be enough. And if this child, if I could grant you peace tomorrow, look out world, that would be enough. We don't need a legacy. We don't need money. If I can grant you peace of mind, if you can let me inside your heart, oh, let me be a part of the narrative of the story we will write someday. That could be enough. We could be enough. How does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire, leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher? Yo, turns out we had a secret weapon, an immigrant you know and love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman! Not by yet, I'm taking these horses by the reins, making red coats red with bloodstains. And I'm never gonna stop until I make them drop and burn them up the sky that remains. I'm Lafayette. Watch me engaging, I'm escaping, I'm enraging, I'm out Lafayette. I go to France for more funds, Lafayette. Come back with more guns and ships. And so the balance shifts. We rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts. We can end this war at Yorktown, cut them off at sea, but was this to succeed? There is someone else we need, I know. Hamilton, so he knows what to do in the trenches. You knew it in fluent in French, I mean. So you're gonna have to use him eventually. What's he gonna do on the bench for me? Someone has more resilience or matches my practical tactical brilliance. You wanna fight for your land back, Hamilton? I mean my right hand man back. Yeah, get your right hand man back. I mean you gotta get your right hand man back. I mean you gotta put him thought to letter, but the sooner the better to get your right hand man back. Alexander Hamilton. Troops are waiting in the wings for you. If you join us right now, together we can turn the tide. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, I have soldiers that will yield for you. If we manage to get this right, they'll surrender by early light. The world will never be the same, Alexander. I was younger than you are now. When I was given my first command, I led my men straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. I made every mistake and felt the shame rise in me. And even now I lie awake, knowing history has its eyes on me. History has its eyes on me. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control who lives, who dies, who tells your story. I know that we can win. I know that greatness lies in you. And even now from here on in, you know history has its eyes on you. History has its eyes on you. If that ad wasn't there, dude, this is where things get real. 1 minute. The Battle of Yorktown, 1781. Monsieur Hamilton, Monsieur Lafayette in command where you belong. Are you saying no sweat? Yeah, we're finally on the field. We've had quite the run. Immigrants, we get the job done. So what happens if we win? I go back to France. I bring freedom to my people if I'm given the chance. We'll be with you when you do. Go lead your men. I'll see you on the other side till we meet again. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot until the world turns upside down. Till the world turns upside down. I I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. What's it gonna get me? I'ma defeat the enemy ahead of me. If this is the enemy, at least I have my friends with me. A weapon in my hand and command and men with me. Then I remember my Elias is expecting me. Not only that, my Elias is expecting. So we gotta go and gotta get the job done. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Take the bullets out your gun, the bullets out your gun. We move undercover and we move as one. Through the night we have one shot to live another day. We cannot let a stray gunshot give us away. We'll get right up close, seize the moment and stay in it. It's either mad, meet the business end of a bayonet. The code word is Rochambeau. Take me Rochambeau. You have your orders now, go man, go. So the American experiment begins with my friends all scattered to the wings. Lawrence is in South Carolina, redefining bravery. We'll never be free until we end slavery. When we finally drive the British away, Lafayette is there waiting in Chesapeake Bay. How do we know that this plan will work? We had a spy on the inside, that's right, Hercules Mulligan. Trade spying on the British government. I take the measurements, information, and then I smuggle it up with my brother's revolutionary coming. And I'm on it with the Sons of Liberty, and I am loving it. So that's what happens when you up against the ruffians. We in the shit now, somebody's gotta shovel it. Hercules Mulligan, I need no introduction. When you knock me down, I get the frick back up again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? What? Duh! War. After a week of fighting, a young man in a red coat stands on a parapet. We lower our guns as he frantically waves a white handkerchief. And just like that, it's over. We tend to our wounded, we count our dead. Black and white soldiers wonder alike if this really means freedom. Not yet. We negotiate the terms of surrender. I see George Washington smile. We escort their men out of Yorktown. They drag a whole single file. Tens of thousands of people flood the streets. Their screams and church bell ringing. As our fallen foe retreat, I hear the drinking song they're singing. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down, 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 down. Freedom for America, freedom for France, down, down. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son, down, down. We won, we won, we won, we won. The world turned upside down. They won the war, guys. Say, the price of my war's not a price that you're willing to pay. Insane. Wait, oh shoot, that song starts at okay guys, this is the, gotta restart here. You say, the price of my war's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. You were mine to subdue. But even though we're in this estrangement, I've got a small query for you. What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to leave? You're on your own. Awesome. Wow. Do you have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when across the blue, when your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back to me. Da 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 da. ya da 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 ya da. You're on your own. Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world, you cried, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style, but when you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You'll come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. And if we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Ooh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There's so much more inside me now. Ooh, Philip, you outshine the morning sun. My son, when you smile, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't around, my father wasn't around. I swear that I'll be around for you. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll make a million mistakes. I'll make the world safe and sound for you. You'll come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. And if we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Hamilton. Yes, Eliza. I got a letter here. Oh, really? Would you read it to me? Yeah, sure. You know Lawrence? Yeah, I know Lawrence. One of my best friends. The guy I may have been gay for. Yeah, he's dead. What? What are you gonna do now? I gotta get to work. Freaking YouTube Red ad. That ruined that flawless transition. What are you gonna do now? I gotta get to work. After the war, I went back to New York. After the war, I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced law. Burr worked next door. Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his climb to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious. Bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation. Divinity behind the liberation. I intend to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt with my assistant counsel, co-counsel Hamilton. Sit down. Our client Larrix is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say. Okay, one more thing. Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Every situation. Why do you fight like you're running out of time? Fight day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep keep on fighting in the meantime. Non-stop. Corruption's such an old song that we can sing along in harmony, and nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. This colony's economy is increasingly crawling, and honestly, the public service seems to be calling me. I practiced the law, I practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world, and I've corrected it. Now for a strong central democracy, if not, then I'll be Socrates, throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities. Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention. I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention. There is a New York junior delegate. Now what I'm gonna say may sound indelicate. Goes and proposes a new form of government. What? His own plan for his own form of government. Talks for 6 hours. The convention is listless. Bright young man. Yo, who the F is this? Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you always say what you believe? Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies. Why do you fight like you're going out of style? Right day and night like you're going out of style. Every day you ride like you're going out of town. Do what you do. Knock, knock. Alexander? Aaron Burr. Sir, well, it's the middle of the night. Can we confer? Sir, is this a legal matter? Yes, and it's important to me. What do you need? Burr, you're a better lawyer than me. Okay, I know I fight too much. I'm abrasive. You're incredible in court. You're succinct and persuasive. My client needs a strong defense. You're the solution. Who's your client? The new U.S. Constitution. No, hear me out, no way. A series of essays unanimously published defending the document to the public. No one will read it. I disagree, and if it fails, Burr, that's why we need it. The Constitution's a mess, so it needs amendments. It's full of contradictions. Well, so is independence. We have to start somewhere. No way. You're making a mistake. Good night. Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for? We won the war. What was it all for? Do you support this Constitution? Of course, then defend it. And what if you're backing the wrong horse? Burr, we studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of a nation we now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand to the side. But keep all my plans close to my chest. Wait, but I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow. I'm taking my time watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow. I am sailing off to London. I am accompanied by someone who always pays. I have found a wealthy husband who will keep me in comfort for all my days. He is not a lot of fun, but there is no one who can match you the turn or phrase. My Alexander, Angelica, don't forget to write. Look at where we are. Look at where we started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive and that will be enough. And if your wife could share a fraction of your time, if I could grant you peace of mind, would that be enough? Alexander joins forces with Johns J. and Henry Adams to write a series of essays defending the new United States Constitution titled The Federalist Papers. His plan was to write a total of 25 essays that were divided evenly among the 3 men. In the end, he wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you write like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time? Are you running out of time? Why do you write like you wanted to survive? How do you write like you needed to survive? How do you write every second you're alive? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. They're asking me to lead. I'm doing the best I can to give the people what they need. I'm asking you to be my right hand, Treasury or State. I know it's a lot to ask, Treasury or State, to believe behind the world. You know, sir, do you want me to run the Treasury or the State Department? Treasury. Let's go. Alexander, I have to leave. Alexander, look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Helpless, they're asking me to leave. Look around, isn't this enough? He will never be satisfied enough to be satisfied. History has its eyes on you now. Look around non-stop, he will never be satisfied. This enough. We've been as realizing like history has its eyes on you. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton, just you wait. I am not throwing away my shot. Now we will take a brief intermission while I go get a glass of water. Seventeen. 1789. How does the bastard, orphan, immigrant, decorated war vet unite the colonies through more debt? Fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit. Have it all, lose it all. You ready for more yet? Treasury Secretary, Washington's the president. Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast, someone came along to resist him. Pissed him off until we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance, cause he's been kicking ass as the ambassador to France. But someone gotta keep the American promise. You simply must meet Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming. Oh, sir, you've been off in Paris for so long. France is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. But the sun comes up and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette draft the Declaration. Then I said I gotta go. I gotta be in Monticello. Now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home, I'm gonna give you a kiss. I've been in Paris meeting lots of different ladies. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this. There's a letter on my desk from the president. I haven't even put my bag down yet. Sally be your lamb, darling, won't you open it? It says the Treasury assemble in a cabinet, and that I want to be the Secretary of State. Greater than I'm already Senate approved. I just got home and now I'm heading up to New York. And New York, and New York. Looking at the rolling fields, I can't believe that we are free. Ready to face whatever's awaiting me in NYC. But who's waiting for me when I step in the place? My friend James Madison, red in the face. He grabs my arm and I respond, what's going on? Thomas, we are engaged in a battle for our nation's very soul. Can you get us out of the mess we're in? Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control. I've been fighting for the South alone. Where have you been, France? We have to win. So what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I won't vote for this. Head first into a political abyss. Head first into the abyss. I have my first candy meeting today. Took a better thing of something to say. I'm already on my way to get to the bottom of this. What did I miss? Oh, Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Mr. Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home, sir. You've been off in Paris for so long. So what did I miss? Oh, add by PlayStation. The issue on the table. Secretary Hamilton's plan to student state debt and establish a national bank. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words, enterprising men quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, cause I wrote them now. But Hamilton forgets, his plan would have the government assume state debts. Now place your bets as to who that benefits. The very seat of government where Hamilton sits. Not true, oh, if the shoe fits, wear it. If New York's in debt, why should Virginia bear it? Our debts are paid, I'm afraid. Don't tax the South, cause you got it made in the shade. In Virginia, we plant seeds in the ground. We create, you just want to move our money around. This financial plan is an outrageous demand, and it's too many damn pages for any man to understand. Stand with me in the land of the free, and pray to God we never see Hamilton's candidacy. Look, when Britain taxed our tea, we got frisky. Imagine what will happen when you try to tax our whiskey. Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, you have the floor, sir. In response. Thomas, that was a real nice declaration. Welcome to the present. We're running a real nation. Would you like to join us? Or stay mellow doing whatever the hell it is you're doing, Monticello? If we assume the debts, the union gets a new line of credit, a financial diuretic. How do you not get it? If we're aggressive, you would give a sedative. A civics lesson to a slaver. Hey neighbor, your debts are paid because you don't pay for labor. We plant seeds in the South, we create, yet keep ranking. We know who's really doing the planting. And another thing, Mr. Age of Enlightenment, don't lecture me about the war. You didn't fight in it. You think I'm frightened of you, man? We almost died in the trench where you were off getting high with the French. Thomas Jefferson always hesitant with the president. Reticent, there isn't a plan, he doesn't get us in. Madison, you mad as a hat as I take your medicine. Damn, you in worse shape than the national debt is in. Sitting there useless as two shits. Hey, turn around, bend over, I'll show you where my shoe fits. Oh, Secretary Alvin, calm down, sir. You didn't even talk to me. You don't have the votes. You don't have the votes. You're gonna need congressional approval and you don't have the votes. Such a blunder, sometimes it makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder, why he even brings the thunder. You want to tell me what's going on there, man? Sorry, these Virginians are birds of a feather. Young man, I'm from Virginia, so watch your mouth. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull yourself together. I'm sorry, these Virginians are birds of a feather. Young man, I'm from Virginia, so watch your mouth. So we let Congress get held hostage by the South. We need the votes. No, we need bold strokes. We need this plan. No, we need to convince more folks. But James Madison won't talk to me. That's a non-starter. Winning was easy, young man. Governing's harder. We're being intransigent. You have to find a compromise. We don't have a plan. They just ain't mine. Convince them otherwise. And what happens if you don't get congressional approval? Imagine they'll call for your removal. Sir, figure it out, Alexander. That's an order from your commander. That one was a mess. What is up with that track? Thanks, quack, thanks, he said we'd enough. Good. Undo twat, thanks, he said we'd enough. Said we'd enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn, dearest Angelica, tomorrow creeps in this petty place from day to day. I trust you'll understand a reference to another Scottish tragedy without my habit of name to play. They think me Macbeth, ambition is my folly. I'm a polymath, a pain in the ass, a massive pain. Jefferson is Banquo, Jefferson's Macduff, and Burnham Wood is Congress on his way to Daunton Rain. There you are, an ocean away. Do you have to live an ocean away? Thoughts of you subside, then I get another letter, and I cannot put the notion away. Hey, take a break, I am on my way. There's a little surprise before supper, and I cannot wait. Eliza, I've got so much on my plate. Alexander, okay, your son is 9 years old today. He has something he'd like to say. He's been practicing all day. Philip, take it away. Yeah, daddy, look, my name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it. And I just turned 9. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine. What? I practice French and play piano with my mother. I got a sister, but I want a little brother. My daddy's trying to start America's bank. What can it say, brother? Take a break. Hey, our kid is pretty great. Away with us for the summer, let's go upstate. Eliza, I've got so much on my plate. Alexander, okay. Cannot wait. My sister going. I will try to get away. Down with him and compromise. Don't stop till you agree. Your dearest older sister, Angelica, reminds you there's someone in your corner all the way across the sea. The letter I received from you 2 weeks ago, I noticed a comma in the middle of the phrase. You changed the meaning. Did you intend this? One stroke and you've consumed my waking gaze. It says, my dearest Angelica. With a comma after dearest, you've written my dearest Angelica. Anyway, I was to say, I'm coming home this summer at my sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family if you make your way upstate. I know you're very busy, I know your work's important, but I'm crossing the ocean and you just can't wait. And you won't be an ocean away, you'll only be a moment away. Alexander, come downstairs. Angelica's arriving today. Angelica, Eliza, the Schuyler sisters. Alexander, hi. It's good to see your face. Angelica, tell this man John Adams spends the summer with his family. Angelica, tell my wife John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway. You're not joining us, wait. I'm afraid I cannot join you upstate. Alexander, I came all this way. She came all this way. Take a break. You know I have to get this plan through Congress. Gonna away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate. Lose my job if I don't get this plan through Congress. I'll go stay with my father. There's a lake, I know I'll miss your face. If I screw you first, Jennings, Siggy, but I can go. I try. Take a break and get away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate where we can stay. I'll stay with my father. There's a lake, I know I'll miss your face. Screw you, baby, I can go when the night gets dark. Take a break. You got to get my plane through Congress. Can't stop till I get this plane through Congress. There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in distress meets someone looking pretty. There's trouble in the air, you can smell it. And Alexander's by himself. I'll let him tell it. I hadn't slept in a week. I was weak, I was awake. You've never seen a bastard orphan more in need of a break. Longing for Angelica, missing my wife. That's when this Mariah Reynolds walked into my life. She said, I know you are a man of honor. I'm so sorry to bother you at home, but I don't know where to go. And I came here all alone. She said, I must been doing me wrong, cheating me, beating me, mistreating me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go on, so I offered her a loan. I offered to walk her home. She said, you're too kind, sir. I offered $30 that I had socked away. I lived a block away. She said, this one's mine, sir. Then I said that I should head back home. She turned red. She led me to her bed, let her legs spread and said, stay. Hey, hey. That's when I began to pray, Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. Oh my God, she looks so helpless. And my body's screaming hell yes. Oh, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. There is nowhere I can go. Then her mouth is all mine and I don't say no. Yo, say no to this. No, no, say no to this. No, no, say no to this. No, no, say no to this. I wish I could say that was the last time. I said that last time, it became a pastime. A month into this endeavor, I received a letter from a Mr. James Reynolds. Even better, it said, Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me, done on their luck. You see, that was my wife who you decided to uh-oh, you made the wrong sucker a cuckold. So time to pay the price before the pants you unbuckle. And hey, you can keep screwing my whore wife if the price is right. If not, I'm telling your wife. I hit the letter and I raced to her place. Screamed, how could you, in her face? She said, no, sir. Have dressed up apologetic, a mess. She looked pathetic. She cried, please don't go, sir. This is the story you set up. I don't know about any letter. Stop crying. Goddamn it, get up. I didn't know any better. I am ruined, please don't leave. I am helpless. How could I do this? Just give her money. You want, if you say, you can stay. Lord, tell me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. God, she looks so helpless. And now he's screaming hell yes. No, Lord, show me how to say no to this. How can I say no to this? There is nowhere I can go. And then her body's on mine and I don't say no, yes, yes, no, yes, no, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, yes. Say no to this, I don't say no to this. There is nowhere I can go. So nobody needs to know. Ah, Mr. Secretary, Mr. Burr, sir, did you hear the news about good old General Mercer? No, you know Claremont Street? Yeah, they renamed it after him. The Mercer legacy is secure, sure. And all he had to do was die. Yeah, that's a lot less work. We ought to give it a try. Now how you gonna get your debt plan through? I guess I'm gonna finally have to listen to you. Really? Talk less. Smile more. Do whatever it gets to take my plan on the Congress floor. But Jefferson and Madison are merciless. Well, hate the center of the center. Hamilton, sorry, Burr, I gotta go. But decisions are happening over dinner. Two Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room diametrically opposed foes. The immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial immediately closed, bros. The immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shake however he wants. The Virginians emerge with the nation's capital. And here's the pièce de résistance. No one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the party gets to yes. Fast in every game of chess. We just assume that it happens. But no one else is in the room where it happens. Thomas claims I was handling Johnson one day in distress and disarray. Thomas claims Alexander said I had nowhere else to turn and basically begged me to join the fray. Thomas claims I approached Madison and said, I know you hate him, but let's hear what he has to say. Thomas claims, well, I arranged the meeting. I arranged the menu, the venue, the seating, but no one else is in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. No one else is in the room where it happens. The room where it happens, the room where it happens. No one really knows how the game is played. The sausage gets made. We just assume that it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened. Meanwhile, Madison is grappling with the fact that not every issue can be settled by committee. Meanwhile, Congress is fighting over where to put the capital for God. It isn't pretty. And Madison approached with a dinner and invite, and Madison's responds with Virginian insight. Maybe we can solve one problem with another and win a victory for the Southerner. So in other words, a quid quo quo. I suppose, wouldn't you like to work a little closer to home? Actually, I would. We'll propose the toast and you'll provide him his votes. Well, we'll see how that goes. Let's go. No one else is in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room. No one else is in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. My God, in God we trust, but we'll never really know what got discussed. Click, boom, then it happened. But no one else was in the room where it happened. Alexander Hamilton, what did they say to you to get you to sell New York City down the river? Alexander Hamilton, did Washington know about the dinner? Was the presidential pressure to deliver? Alexander Hamilton, or even then, it doesn't matter where you put the U.S. Capitol, because we'll have the banks. We're in the same spot. You got more than you gave, but I wanted what I got. When you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. You don't get a win unless you play in the game. Oh, you get love for it. You get hate for it. You get nothing if you wait for it. God help and forgive me. I want to build something that's gonna outlive me. What do you want, Burr? What do you want, Burr? If you stand for nothing, Burr, what'll you fall for? I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room. I wanna be in the room. I wanna be, and I've got to be in the room, in that big old room, the art of the common line. Hold your nose and close your eyes. They wanna lead us to save the day, but you don't get to saying what they trade away. They dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Life has a tune where it happens. I've got to be in the room. I've got to be where it happens. I've got to be where it happens. I've got to be in the room. I gotta be in the room. Click, boom. Ugh. Look, Grandpa's in the paper. War hero Philip Schuyler loses Senate seat to young upstart Aaron Burr. Grandpa just lost his seat in the Senate. Sometimes it's how it goes. Well, Daddy's gonna find out any minute. I'm sure he already knows. Further down, let's meet the Lewis Senator for New York, our Senator. Burr? Since when are you a Democratic Republican? Since being one put me on the up and up again. No one knows who you are or what you do. They don't need to know me, they don't like you. Excuse me? Oh, Wall Street thinks you're great. You'll always be adored by the things you create, but upstate way, people think you're crooked. The Schuyler seat was up for grabs, so I took it. I've always considered you a friend. I don't see why that has to end. You changed parties to run against my father-in-law. I changed parties to seize the opportunity I saw. I swear, your pride will be the death of us all. Beware, it goes before the fall. The issue on the table. France is on the verge of war with England. Now, do we provide aid and troops to our French allies, or do we stay out of it? Remember, my decision on the matter is not subject to congressional approval. Thomas Jefferson, you have the floor, sir. When we were on France's door, when we were needy, we made a promise. We signed a treaty. We needed money and guns and have a chance. Who provided those funds? France. In return, they didn't ask for land. Only a promise that we'd lend a hand and stand with them if they fought against oppressors. And revolution is messy, but now is the time to stand. Stand with our brothers as they fight against tyranny. I know that Alexander Hamilton is here and he would rather not have this debate, but I'll remind you that he is not Secretary of State. He's known nothing of loyalty. Stands like new money, dresses like fake royalty, desperate to rise above his station. Everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation. Hey, and if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President. Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response. You must be out of your goddamn mind if you think the president is gonna bring the nation to the brink of meddling in the middle of a military mess, a game of chess where France is king and king less. We signed a treaty with a king whose head is now in a basket. Would you like to take it out and ask it? Or should we honor our treaty, King Louis said? Do whatever you want, I'm super dead. Enough. Hamilton is right. Mr. President, we're too fragile to start another fight. But, sir, do we not fight for freedom? Sure, when the French figure out who's gonna lead them, the people are leading, the people are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, it's a little disquieting. You would let your ideals blind you to reality. Hamilton, sir, drop a statement of neutrality. Have you forgotten Lafayette? What? Have you an ounce of regret? You accumulate debt, you accumulate power, yet in their hour of need, you forget. Lafayette's a smart man, he'll be fine. And before he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to fight in every revolution in the world, we never stop. Where do we draw the line? So quick-witted. Alas, I admit it. I bet you were quite a lawyer. My defendants got acquitted. Yeah? Well, someone ought to remind you. What? You're nothing without Washington behind you. Hamilton. Daddy's calling. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Every action has its equal opposite reaction. Thanks to Hamilton, our cabinet's fractured into fractions. Try not to crack under the stress. We're breaking down like fractions. We smack each other in the press and we don't pay retractions. I get no satisfaction witnessing our fits of passion. The way he primps and prings and dresses like the prince of fashion. Our poor citizens, our farmers live ration to ration. As Wall Street robs them blind in search of chips to cash in. This prick is asking for someone to bring him to task. Somebody give me some dirt on this vacuous mass so we can at last unmask him. I'll pull the trigger on him, someone load the gun and cock it. While we were all watching, he got Washington in his pocket. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried. Still, it must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. So he's doubled the size of the government. What's with the trouble with much of our previous government size? Look at his eyes. See how he lies? Follow the scent of his enterprise. Centralizing national credit and making American credit competitive. If we don't stop him, we ain't any better. I have to resign. Somebody has to stand up for the South. Somebody has to stand up to his mouth. If there's a fire you're trying to douse, you can't put it out from inside the house. I'm in the cabinet. I am complicit in watching him grabbing it, power and kissing it. Washington isn't gonna listen to discipline dissidents. This is the difference. This kid is out. Oh, this immigrant isn't somebody we chose. Oh, this immigrant's keeping us all on our toes. Oh, let's show all these federalists who they're up against. Oh, the Southern Mother Democratic Republicans. Oh, let's follow the money and see where it goes. Oh, because every second the treasury grows. Oh, follow the money and see where it leads. Get in the weeds for the seeds of Hamilton's misdeeds. It must be nice, it must be nice. Follow the money and see where it goes. It must be nice, it must be nice. The emperor has no clothes. We won't be invisible. We won't be denied. Still, it must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Mr. President, you asked to see me. I know you're busy. What do you need, sir? Sir, I want to give you a word of warning. Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it. Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning. You're kidding. I need a favor, whatever you say, sir. Jefferson will pay for this behavior. Shh. Talk less, I'll use the press, alright, under a pseudonym, you'll see what I can do to him. I need you to draft an address. Yes, he resigned, you can finally speak your mind. No, he's stepping down so he can run for president. Ha! Good luck to beating you, sir. I'm stepping down, I'm not running for president. I'm sorry, what? One last time. Relax, get a drink with me one last time. And if we get this right, we're gonna teach him how to say goodbye. You and I. No, sir, I want to talk about neutrality. Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war, is this the best time I want to talk against partisan fighting? But pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned. As far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You should continue to serve. No, one last time. The people will hear from me one last time. And if we get this right, we're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I. Mr. President, they will say you're weak, no, they will see we're strong. Their position is so unique, so I'll use it to move them along. Why do you have to say goodbye? If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. It outlives me when I'm gone. As the scripture says, every man shall sit under their own vine in fig tree, and nothing shall make them afraid. They'll be safe in the name they made. I wanna sit under my own vine in fig tree, a moment alone in the shade, at home in this nation we've made. One last time. Though, in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error. I am nevertheless too sensible of our defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me the hope that my country will view them with indulgence. After 45 years of my life dedicated to its service with an upright zeal, all faults of incompetence abilities will be consigned to oblivion, as I myself will soon be to the mansions of rest. I shall also take a retreat in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment that I'm partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, the benign influence, the good laws of a free government, the ever-favorite object of my heart, and a happy reward as I trust, as our mutual care, with labors and dangers. One last time, Washington's going home. Teach him how to say goodbye. Washington's going. You and I. Don't we all? Mystery has its eyes on you. Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. Teach them how to say goodbye. Say goodbye, say goodbye one last time. Jeez. They say George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they gonna keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody left in that country who looms quite as large. John Adams. I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it? 85. That poor man, they're going to eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small. All alone, watch them run. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. Da 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 da. President John Adams. Good luck. Proudest Hamilton's a self-tempered protean, creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, ardently abuses cabinet posts, destroy his reputation. Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's the runner-up, which makes him the vice president. Washington can't help you now, no more Mr. Knight. President fires Hamilton, privately calls him real bastard in his taunts. Say what? Hamilton publishes his response. Sit down, John, you fat mother beep. Hamilton's gotten under control. As long as he posts his power with the pen, he's a threat. I think we gotta let him know what we know. Yeah, let's let him know what we know. I don't know all the banter. Let's let him know what you know. Mr. Vice President, Senator Burr, James Madison. What is this? We have the check stubs from separate accounts. Almost $1,000 paid in different amounts to a Mr. James Reynolds way back in 1791. Is that what you have? Are you done? You are uniquely situated through virtue of your position, though virtue is not a word I'd apply to this situation. Seek financial gain. You've strayed from your sacred nation, and evidence would that you would prove in speculation. An immigrant embezzling our government funds. I can almost see the headline. Your career is done. I hope you save some money for your daughter and son. You best run back where you come from. Ha! You don't even know what you're asking me to confess. You've got nothing. I don't have to tell you anything at all. Unless, if I can prove that I never broke the law, do you promise not to tell another soul what you saw? No one else is in the room where it happens. Is that a yes? Yes. Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me. Done on their luck. You see, that was my wife. He decided what? She escorted me to bed, and when she had me in a corner, that's when Reynolds extorted me or restored me. I paid him quarterly. I may have borderly wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. As you can see, I kept the record, the very check in my checkered history. Check it again against your list and see consistency. I never spent a cent that wasn't mine. You sent the dogs after my scent, that's fine. Yes, I have reason for shame, but I have not committed treason and sullied my good name. If you can see, I have done nothing to provoke legal action. Are my answers to your satisfaction? Oh my God. Gentlemen, let's go. So, the people won't know what we know. Burr, how do I know you won't use this against me the next time we go toe to toe? Alexander, rumors only grow. And we both know what we know now. In the eye of a hurricane there is quiet for just a moment. Yellow sky. When I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die. I rode my way out. I wrote everything down far as I could see. I rode my way out. I looked up and the town had its eyes on me. They passed a plate around and total strangers moved to something by my story. Raised it up for me to book passage on a ship that was New York bound. I wrote my way out of hell. I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the crack in the bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems into existence. And when my prayers to God were met with indifference, I picked up a pen. I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet for just a moment. Yellow sky. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We were sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die. Write everything down far as I can see. I'll write my way out. I'll write my way out. Overwhelm them with honesty. This is the eye of the hurricane. This is the only way I can protect my legacy. The Reynolds pamphlet. Why does the YouTube Red ad always ruin perfect transition? Jeez. The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this? Alexander Hamilton had a torn affair, and he wrote it down right there. Highlights: the charge against me is a connection with one James Reynolds. For purposes of improper speculation, my real crime is an amorous connection with his wife for considerable time, with his knowing consent. Boo! I had frequent meetings with her, most of them in my own house, at his own house. Damn. Mrs. Hamilton, with our children being absent on a visit to her father's. No. Boo. Have you read this? I'm never gonna be president now, never gonna be president now, never gonna be president now, never gonna be president, never gonna be president now, never gonna be president now. That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. I came as soon as I heard, what? Angelica, all the way from London? Damn. Angelica, thank God someone who understands what I'm struggling here to do. I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find one as trusting nor as kind. I love my sister more than anything in life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. But we'll at her side, I'm standing at her side. You will never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied. President, no, never gonna be president. 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 Never gonna be president. No, one less thing to worry about. There's one less thing to worry about. Hey, at least he was honest with our money. He's never gonna be president now. Hey, at least he was honest with our money. There's one less thing to worry about. The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this? Read this? You haven't seen somebody ruin their whole life. His poor wife. Burn, watching it burn. I'm rereading the letters you wrote me. I'm frantically searching for answers and some kind of sign of when you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you've done? She said, he's married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph how they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. The future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart. I'm watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You'll sleep in your office instead. I'm burning the memories, burn you were mine. I hope that you meet the latest graduate of King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but that got amazing, astonished. The scholars say I got the same virtuosities and brains as my pop. The ladies in my brains, not with the resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man, like my father, but bolder. I'll shoulder his legacy with pride. I used to hear him say that someday I would blow us all away. Ladies, I'm looking for Mr. George Eaker. Made a speech last week, our 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that. I'm making my father proud. I saw him just up Broadway, a couple of blocks. He was going to see a play. Well, I go visit his box. God, you're a fox. Hey, y'all look pretty good in those fronts. How about when I get back, we all strip down to our socks? Whoa! Blow us all away. George, I'm trying to watch a show. You should have watched your mouth before you talked about my father, though. I didn't say anything that wasn't true. Your father's a scoundrel, and so it seems to you. Ooh, just like that. Yeah, I don't fool around. I'm not your little schoolboy friend. See you on the dueling ground. That is, unless you want to step outside and go now. I know where to find you. Piss off, I'm watching a show now. It was not about to slow down. I came to ask you for advice. This is my very first duel. They don't exactly cover this subject in boarding school. Did your friends attempt to, and no, you know, you refused to apologize. The peace talks. Where is this happening? Across the river in Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey. Alright. So this is what you're gonna do. Stand there like a man until Eaker is in front of you. When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair. But what if he decides to shoot? Then I'm a goner. No, he'll follow suit if he's truly a man of honor. To take someone's life, that is something you can't shake. Fill up your mother can't take another heartbreak. Father, promise me, you don't want this young man's blood on your conscience. Okay, I promise. Come back home when your guns. Take my guns. Be smart. Make me proud, son. My name is Philip. I am a poet. And I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. If you talk about my father, I cannot let it slide. Mr. Eaker, how was the rest of your show? I'd rather skip the pleasantries. Let's go. Get your pistols, confer with your men. The duel will commence after we count to 10. 1, look in the eye, ain't no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then slowly and clearly aim your gun towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Philip got shot. Oof. And you too, Brett, of course. Yeah, Philip gets shot. He's... Ugh. Stay alive. Stay alive. Where's my son? Mr. Hamilton, we brought him in a half an hour ago. He's lost a lot of blood. Can I see him, please? I'm sorry, sir, but we're doing everything we got. Is he still alive? You can go see him, but it's pretty bad, dude. Philip. Stop. I did exactly as you said, Pop. I was aiming for the sky. I know. Save your strength and stay alive. Even before we got to 10, Pop. I was aiming for the sky. I know. Aiming at the sky. I know. Save your strength and stay alive. Eliza, is he bleeding? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know? Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught me, my son. We played piano, I taught you piano. You would put your hands on mine, you changed the melody every time. Would always change the line, I know. Always change the line, I know. Du trois quatre, du trois quatre, things he said we know good. Du trois quatre, du that we know. That we know. Don't reach. There's a piece too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can and push away the unimaginable. There are moments when they dare not speak, and suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can, push away the unimaginable. I spend hours in the garden. I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday, the sign of the cross at the door, and I pray. That never used to happen before. If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity. Philip, you would like it uptown, it's quiet uptown. He's going through the unimaginable. His hair has gone gray, he passes every day. They say he walks the length of the city. You knock me out, I fall apart. You imagine. Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, Eliza, but hear me out. That would be enough. If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now, and you would smile. That would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you're facing. I know there's no replacing what we've lost in any time, but I'm not afraid. I know who I married. If I could stand here by your side, that would be enough. See him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity. Liza, do you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown. They're going through the unimaginable. Passes everything on rain. They say he walks the length of the city. Look around, Eliza. They're going through the unimaginable. There are moments that the words don't reach. There's a grace too powerful to name. Push away what we can never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They are standing in the garden, Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness. Can you imagine? Forgiveness. Can you imagine? If you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity. They're going through the unimaginable. The election of 1800. Can we get back to politics, please? Yeah. Every action has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams shot the bed. I love the guy, but he's attraction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr in his own faction. He's very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chances. He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances. Ask him a question, he glances. Often, obvious states, he dances. And they say I'm a Francophile. At least I know they know that we're Francis. Thomas, that's a problem. See, they see Burr as a less extreme you. You need to change course. A key endorsement might redeem you. Who did you have in mind? Don't laugh. Who is it? You used to work on the same staff. Why? It might be nice. It might be nice to have Hamilton on your side. It might be nice. It might be nice to have Hamilton on your side. Talk less, Burr. Smile more, Burr. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for, Burr. Shake hands with him, Burr. Charm her, Burr. It's 1800s, ladies. Tell your husbands, vote for Burr. Gonna lose, that's just a fetus. And Jefferson in love with France, yeah, he's so elitist. I like this Aaron Burr, I can't believe we're here with him. He seems approachable, like you could grab a beer with him. Dear Mr. Hamilton, your federalist would like to know how you'll be voting. It's quiet up here, Mr. Hamilton. John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? It's quiet up, Jefferson or Burr. Burr, we know it's lose. Jefferson or Burr, Jefferson or Burr. But if you had to choose, dear Mr. Hamilton, your fellow Federalists would like to know how you'll be voting. But if you had to choose, well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir, you've created quite a stir, sir. I'm going door to door. You're openly campaigning. Sure, that's new. Honestly, it's kind of draining. Burr, sir, is there anything you wouldn't do? No, I'm chasing what I want. And you know what? What? I learned that from you. If you had to choose, it's a tie. If you had to choose, it's up to the delegates. If you had to choose, it's up to Hamilton. Choose Jefferson or Burr, choose, yo. The people are asking to hear my voice, for the country is facing a difficult choice. But if you want to ask me who I promote, Jefferson has my vote. I've never agreed with Jefferson once. We have fought on like 75 different fronts. But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs. Burr has none. I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. Hamilton's on your side. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. And we won in a landslide. Congrats on a race well won. I did give you a fight. I look forward to our partnership as your vice president. Yeah, right. Do you hear this guy? The man openly campaigns against me for 6 months now. He's talking about how he's going to be my vice president. It is funny that the person who comes in second gets to be vice president. Oh, you know what? We can change that. You know why? Why? Because I'm the president. Burr, next time you see Hamilton, can you thank him for the endorsement? How does Hamilton, orphan, bastard, or son, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning? I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am drawn to anger, 'cause I told a lie when I recollect the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I've failed, and in every place I've checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you've got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I had the honor to be your obedient servant. Oh yeah, hey Dapper. I'm not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I have always wanted what I need. Everything is just said inside a disagreement. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements. Sweet Jesus. Hey, I've not been shy. I'm just a guy in the public eye, trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I had the honor to be your obedient servant, Abraham. Careful how you proceed, good man. Intemperate indeed, good man. Answer for the accusations I lay at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man. Bur, your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said, every bit of it. You stand only for yourself. It's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true. Then stand, Alexander. We hawking, dawn, guns drawn. You're on. I had the honor to be your obedient servant, Abraham, Dapper. Alexander, come back to sleep. I have an early meeting out of town. It's still dark outside, I know. I just need to write something down. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Shh, go back to bed, that would be enough. I'll be back before you know I'm gone. Come back to sleep, this meeting's at dawn. Well, I'm going back to sleep. Hey, best of wives and best of women. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 things you need to number 1. He rode across the Hudson at dawn. My friend William Heath Van Ness signed on as my number 2. Hamilton arrived with his crew, Nathaniel Pendleton and a doctor that he knew. Number 3, I watched Hamilton examine the terrain. I wish I could tell you what was happening in his brain. This is a soldier with a marksman's ability. The doctor turned and no one shoots. Number 4, vision, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with a marksman's ability. The doctor turned around so he could have deniability. 5, now I didn't know this at the time, but we were in the same spot. My son died, is that why? He examined his gun with such vigor. I watched as he methodically fiddled with the trigger. 7, confession time, here's what I got. My fellow soldiers will tell you I'm a terrible shot. Number 8, your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. They won't teach you this in your classes, but look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take deadly aim. It's him or me. The world will never be the same. I had only one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter. Look him in the eye and no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10 places fire. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me. I see it coming. Do I run or fire my gun or let it be? There's no beat. No melody. Brr. My first friend, my enemy. Maybe the last face I get to see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you'll remember me? If this bullet is my legacy, what is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song someone will sing for me. America, you great unfinished symphony you sent for me. You let me make a difference, a place where even orphan immigrants can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time and running out of time's up. Wise up, eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other side. Lawrence leads a soldier's chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. My love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side. Raise a glass to freedom, fly away. I strike him right between his ribs. I walk towards him, but I am ushered away. They row him back across the Hudson. I get a drink. I hear wailing in the streets. Somebody tells me you better hide. I see Angelica and Eliza. They were both at his side when he died. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and takes and it takes, and history obliterates every picture it paints. It pains me and no longer stains. And Alexander aimed at the sky. He may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. I survived, but I paid for it. Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I didn't know. I should have known the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You had no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Jefferson. I'll give him this. His financial system was a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And believe me, I've tried. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Madison. He took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit he gave us. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Every other founding father story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old. And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story? Who tells your story? Eliza. Narrative lies. Stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough. I interview every soldier who fought by your side. She tells her story, yet to make sense of the thousands of pages of writings. You really do write like you're running out of time. I rely on Angelica. While she's alive, we tell your story. She's buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. But I'm still not through. I ask myself, what would you do if you had more time? The Lord in his kindness, he gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in DC for the Washington Monument. She tells my story. I speak out against slavery. You could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of? The orphanage. I established the first private orphanage in New York City. The orphanage. I helped raise hundreds of children. I get to see them growing up. In their eyes I see you, Alexander. I see you every time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time. Will they tell your story? Time. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Time. Will they tell your story? Time. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Thank you. Really, thank you. Wow.